Good morning and welcome to Bangkok Beach Telecom. I'm glad you're here with us today. In today's video, I'm going to walk through an Excel-based reporting template that you can modify to do whatever monthly reporting you've got. This template is really automated and it produces a beautiful and detailed monthly report very easily, very quickly, and it only takes 3 steps to update. First, I'm going to show you the report highlights using a PDF file, and then we'll jump over into Excel and actually add a new month of data so that you can see how simple that is each month and how quickly you'll be able to produce this monthly report. So here on screen we show the long distance dashboard. The long distance dashboard is for the service of voice calling to other destinations, like across the country or to other countries. At the top of this report, we've got a big data table. It shows the month and the number of subscribers. And then there's 2 blocks, a block of DLD, which means domestic long distance, that's calls within North America. And the block on the right is ILD, international long distance, and that's for calls to other countries. I put together this report for a mobile service provider in North America, and this was one of the reports that they were very keen on. You can see that it shows the previous 12 months of data, all the data. So this is the September 2016 report, and that's the first row of the data table. And then each row going down the table is a month earlier. So we have 12 complete months of numeric data. And then as you scroll down, these 2 charts, on the left is the cost per MOU. It's highlighted a little bit different color because that's the key metric for this service, is the cost per MOU. And it shows on the left vertical axis the DLD cost per MOU, and on the right vertical axis the ILD. The next chart is also the absolute monthly cost. Again, left vertical axis DLD, right vertical axis is ILD. Skipping down to the next block, here's the cost per subscriber, and on the right hand side is the percent of usage by service provider. Okay, and that shows actually it's fairly consistent, yeah. And then the last chart here in the report is the DLD unit metrics chart. And for this, we've arbitrarily chosen April of 2009 to be a value of 100, and every other data point on this chart is relative to the value for April of 2009. Now this report is completely automated. You never make a change to this report itself on this screen. You only put your changes into the data that you import or you type in each month, and then you refresh a pivot table and this layout changes automatically. On this final report, this final chart here, the unit metrics, I've written elsewhere about the importance of cost containment to advance your career. So what this chart shows is that in April of 2009, that was a value of 100, and then at the very last, this was for the month of September, it's down around 20. So what that says is during the life of this report, 7 years, unit costs have declined by 80%. Now let me tell you, if you're making that kind of a difference for your company, you should have a chart like this in your hand when you get a chance to discuss raises with your boss, because this is a huge impact. Keep a chart around like this. This is a very important chart. All right, let's skip over to Excel and actually add a new month. Okay, here's the chart itself, same thing. Let me take a minute to point out, here's the data table. And if I skip around a little bit here, you can see it's all just formulas. And I especially want to point out this get pivot data formula. The get pivot data function in Excel is a way to pull specific data out of your data set. And as you can see in this report, we use that a lot. It's all over the place. And that's what makes this automation possible. So if you want to be automating your reports and producing them so fast every month, get your head around the get pivot data function. Okay? So we're going to add a new month. I should say that In the workbook, there are instructions, tells you exactly how to do this. We'll skip over to the usage data worksheet. It's just a table, and our convention is we use the yellow highlighting to indicate where you would enter data. The purple highlighting is formulas or otherwise something you don't mess with. So I've pre-added some mocked up data here, and to incorporate it I just need to include the date. So let's do that. This is October is the next month, so let's add October data. And we also have to add subscriber data. So same thing, let's make it October. And then that's all the data we update every month. So back on the usage data, this was 3 rows of data. Yeah. And then my subscriber data is just 1 data point. And then click inside this pivot table and select refresh all. You just saw that it added a row to the pivot table. If we go back to the dashboard, it was an September of 16 report, and now it's an October of 16 report. And here in the first row of data, it's October. And if you come down to the historical chart, the last data point is now October. So although I've taken some time to show you the layout and help you understand how this report is configured, the actual update of data took 2 minutes. Into those 3 rows of data, the 4th row of subscriber data point, and refresh the pivot table, and it's done. And you get this beautiful, current, detailed report that looks like you spent hours and hours working on. You'll look like a hero for sure. Okay, that's it. Click the download link in the blog post that accompanied this video, and you can get a copy of this workbook for yourself. If you have any questions, please make a comment, and I'll answer you there in the comments. And until next time, that's it from Bangkok Beach Telecom. Take care.